Hello and welcome to Sabodi Showdown. Today we've got another three best of threes. Starting off with Tinnoy versus Jaden. I'm joined here today with our special guest Tony.
Hello, everyone. Lovely to be here. It's great to talk to you, Jake. It's been a while.
It has.
Very excited about today's matchup that I know decently well for once.
Yes. We have got the leaders flipped now. We've got not something you see every day. Vegapunk versus GP Luffy.
I am so excited for this one. There's some spicy spice in the Vega list. Very excited to see how that works out because I haven't played the deck in a while. So very excited to see this one. Back in EB2, it was playable, I think, on both sides. Very interesting to see what it looks like now.
So yes, you certainly were a menace in EVO2 with this deck. So I'm very excited to have you on board for this game.
Yeah, for sure. Just watch out for the Namis. Depending on how many Namis Vegapunk finds, I think that's the big indicator of how the game goes, or if there's stage.
Yes.
But it's so super exciting.
I'd say looking at Tinnoy's list as well, we've got some things that I don't usually see in the GP Luffy lists as well. We've obviously got the new amazing new event, pony event, Dead Man's Game.
Yeah,
But we're seeing
disgusting.
it is disgusting.
Disgusting event.
We are seeing the inclusion of Thunder Bagua as well. I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. Maybe a way to prolong the game and get more done for next turn. Interesting. I
Also,
cannot quite figure out the 3 cost event.
that is a new event, Brushette Below. It was operates similar to Gamma Knife, but I believe it also draws you a card as well.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll see it in action. Anyway, I believe that Jaden won dice. Most likely decided to go second. And our GP started with the search for a 2K Sanji.
We are seeing this Vegapunk just getting those big bodies out already.
Yeah. So always got a 6K. Now we're gonna see if he has a 3 cost. Is he running? Yes, he's running the Reshi. Also, yeah, the Vega Link is super interesting. I'm sure it plays some differently from anything I've played. So, okay, Tinnoy opts to take, and then with stage, yeah, that is very interesting.
Like we're
Very
missing.
different from what I play. Fascinating. That is gonna add a lot of value early on.
Yep, stage early is very big.
Yeah.
And we'll keep these Pythagoras alive until he's got a target to revive off of its KO effect.
Yeah.
It's
And it's
always
funny to yeah.
always an
Sorry,
interesting
go on, Jake.
position from Tournoy's position here, whether he wants to risk the swings if a blind trigger.
Like I think the indication is always not to do it, because it's just the payoff. Like, Vega can still find ways to stabilize anyway, and if there's another body there, it is pretty dramatic. Like it is dramatic that there is no Zorojuro or Sanji Pudding, but to be fair, if there is no stage, it might be a good idea not to play them out.
Yeah, I have to say, if
No.
I was GP in this situation, I'd probably try, especially if you've only got the one copy of Sanji Pudding in hand, really don't want that getting blown up immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
This border's getting very wide very quickly.
Indeed. Also, these wings might be quite large. Unless it opts for... no, I cannot do search. That is interesting. For sure. Because it could be like one you was used for the leader ability. Shaka also is particularly disgusting with stage, as in it's a mini Karakuri. It goes Karakuri. Very mini, but still out of value.
You have to remind me the condition on stage. It's if you have 3 or less life, if I'm correct.
That sounds correct, yeah. And then I think it's a 5 cost egghead. Or less, of course. Yeah, 6/7. Pretty annoying, but maybe it's not a spot for Thunder Bago yet.
I wonder if he just didn't have the just
Yeah.
have it here, most likely.
Yeah, otherwise I think you use it here, right? Like just for the extra dawn. Yeah, excellent. Ooh, okay. Also threatening a 1 cost event.
Which is quite funny because we've not actually got any. Although we do are running it, I just didn't see it on the list.
Yeah, and it would be absolutely insane not to have it.
Yeah,
It's the card that brings this deck together. Like otherwise, it just die.
that event bringing that new Vegapunk light back is very very nasty.
Yeah. Also, the fact that you already found a Shaka. Sure, it might not go in the trash if it's rusted, but it might come handy later. It's also kind of something you want in trash, just to make sure.
Here's the good thing about Tinnoy not using leader power yet this game. He
Mm-hmm.
does that hit 7 Don when he's supposed to get out this Luffy Toro. And I hope for his sake he's going to be getting the Sanji pudding here.
Wait, is it nothing?
We choose to play nothing off of his Luffy Toro.
That is not looking great.
And we did still leader power as well. Probably just to get up to a 6k to survive this big onslaught he's going to take next turn.
Yeah, I'm not like it's not looking great. It really isn't. Also, there's some valid target for Bitmagros in trash now, in S-Hook, which is one of the best ones actually. It's not going to be relevant here because I believe the condition is the opponent needs to be at more life than you. I might be wrong, but it's still a 5k body. Exactly. Like, it's the kind of card that, yeah, even I was playing it in 1 copy at some point and I don't fully remember it.
Yeah,
You need to have less left cards to have a plus 2k and being not KO'd in battle by slash, which
I guess is very relevant for this upcoming what looks to be dominated by Zoro meta.
Yeah, that could be extremely powerful. To be fair, I think it might be time for me to try Vega again. With OP not being a thing, and Zoro might not want to hit your life. I think games where Zoro just
very punishing
kills you, but yeah. Let's see. How much done is? It's probably the 4th turn, right? So we could see some spice coming down.
we could, though.
No leader ability though, so
I wouldn't hate just boosting up his current board here and really putting the pressure on. We're already seeing Tinnoy discarding 2Ks, 4Vs, 6K swings.
Mm-hmm.
Very bad spot for him.
Sure. It was always such a fun matchup, but it does feel a lot like draw dependent. Vegapunk's high roll is very powerful. If you can start chaining Namis into possible targets that that makes sense. It is so much tempo, so much pressure. But GP's high roll is also
both decks high rolls are very impressive.
So I always felt like it came like a lot came down to that rather than necessarily like skill is involved surely, but here we go. Okay,
It's a lot of 2Ks getting dropped from Tinnoy's hand here.
also yeah, and Nami is just it's made for this deck. like he kind of always draw. So it's just a cycle engine, which is incredible.
Oh, there we go. We're gonna start
Interesting
setting
though.
up these one cost events in life. Just really
Interesting.
force Tinnoy
Hmm.
into a tricky position.
The interesting interaction here is that stage is live, but Pythagoras is not.
That is true. I wonder if Tinnoy can punish that.
Hmm. Plus, the other interesting part is that okay, like if you swing live, it's fine because he takes and he doesn't trigger probably.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Because
right
the board
on
is
the board.
clean. Yeah. So I'm not too sure. Maybe given his hand, I was afraid of just dying, which you absolutely can with the right cards in hand from GP. But it doesn't feel great. Not even sure what strategy like to choose. Like try to go for life or try to clear the board because now it is the only turn in which you can sensibly do that. Either actually. So I'm not too sure. A key card for GP used to be surely the Rush Luffy. Just the number of attacks is the main that you can chip out in a turn is the main danger for Vegapunk.
With all of those scary triggers like Shaka trigger or the one cost event trigger into 5 cost 8 Vegapunk. Yeah, there is always that risk of Vegapunk chaining blockers on to screw up these lethal maths.
Yeah, most definitely. It's still very much a yellow deck. Um, like I'm quite interested to see what Tinnoy could bring about because
Yeah,
it does feel
it does
just
feel like
terrible.
there's not a lot he can really do potentially to come back into this. Um,
Maybe
obviously,
hope for bricks, but even then,
obviously a
does he
second
have?
Luffy Toro would be really nice, but actually being able to play something off of it would give him back some control of the board.
Yeah, he could set up some good control.
We
Like
did
even in here, Rush Luffy and the Vent, it's just not enough attacks.
we did choose to swing that
If the
5K
opponent
into
is
play.
drink, okay, yeah, okay,
Did.
and then leader ability. Yeah, I wouldn't mind just going all in necessarily.
This does feel
It's
like
risky, but it
very desperate times.
does. But at least like Swing Life now, it's kind of like they either give you a card, which they don't have many of, or take but that can trigger. Like it just wouldn't do much. Ha!
Oh, Luna is.
Nasty, nasty,
We are still running
nice.
2 copies of Luna in this list, and this does completely shut out
Yeah, I was
Jaden for a
like,
turn.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how can he come back. This
Yeah,
Luna,
I had
absolutely
forgotten that
nasty.
was still in the deck. I had seen a lot of people cutting it when we were getting to the UP heavy metas. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm
now
surprised it's there.
good. At least we do get the restand of Shaka at the end, but still, that was
Sure.
essentially a big turn pass.
That's because we do get the Shaka, but he needs to die. I don't think he has any other blocker in trash.
Oh, I'm gonna see a second Luffy Taro coming down. We do have
Also,
a
yeah,
body off of it at least, but it isn't the Sanji
for
pudding that we
once.
were hoping for.
Absolutely insane the Sanji pudding's not there. Yet.
Well,
But
you
there was a
haven't
Luna in
seen.
the search, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No, am
yeah,
I
there was.
tripping? But
There
it's
was
not
definitely a
search
Luna
mode?
there. It's
Okay, so
not.
we're not gonna see a second one coming down. No, okay, no. It was this event. Which it's time to look for.
Rochette.
Do you know the name?
I think it's Rochette Blow.
If only I could spell that. Blow. Yes. Okay, we got it.
It does seem to be just a,
Yeah.
well, I say searchable Gamma Knife, which draws you a card, but Gamma Knife was actually searchable by the 1-cost event.
Yeah. So this would give mana 3,000 to one of your opponent's cards. Or leave. What is that for? Okay, yeah. And draw a card. So it's still not ideal. Okay. That's valid. So particularly like the GP being a tendon. Well,
Yes, this is
or
very
less.
unusual to see the GP at 10 on here.
100%. Because it gives you so much more down to then play Rush Reflex turn and close it down. Unless Vegapunk finds Vegapunk, I guess. Fascinating.
So, Tinnoy is only down to 3 cards in the hand here, so these swings still could be quite troublesome for him to deal with.
Most definitely. He really needs not to break off a giant. Well,
I'm assuming we've still got quite a
ways.
lot of bricks left in that deck with 4 copies of Sandy Pudding still yet to be seen.
Okay, this is interesting because I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if I would swing 7 to 6. Okay, well, it paid off.
It is. We did
Never
see him
mind.
drop a lot of 2Ks earlier.
Yeah, fair.
So I don't actually hate the 2K check because if he doesn't have a 2K like this, it does punish him very hard.
Yeah.
The GP lists do often run about only 8 2Ks. We saw at least 4 being dropped earlier. So,
How do you go with 10 or 11? And heal. It depends if you can heal with the card or not as well.
because I guess to be fair, it is he would at least need one body to stay alive for next turn. They
True.
are just gonna keep that one Don back,
Wow.
and we
Yeah.
are just blown out for water here.
Tino with the worst hand in the game.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this. But yeah, that tends break. Okay. Wow.
We definitely got more of a game than I thought we would have there from that pretty dire start, but that was very brutal.
Indeed. Indeed. What was in Jaden's hand? Because I saw the 2 lives. Because the 2 lives surely were Vegapunk and another one cost event, which is just nasty to have like in one of your only 2 lives. But I couldn't figure out what he had in hand. Anyway, fascinating. Well done on Jaden on Vegapunk. Love to see it. I hope you can find some more of the spice in the next game, and that Tinnoy can have a playable hand.
Yeah, hopefully we do get a playable game going into game 2 here.
As we wait, how have you been, Jake? How's
Been
your weekend going?
good. The first weekend I've had in a while, which wasn't at a regional, which was very nice.
You finally rest. Absolute
Finally.
champion.
Yeah. So it feels good. Uh, as always, I can never truly escape One Piece.
No, it's intrinsic to our life now. It's cannot
It
escape at
is a
all. It's
curse.
just impossible. What is Renee talking about?
So Rene was, I know he was at Berlin, but I believe he dropped out early to go to the pub. And
More sick than Angover. Oh, that's sad. I would have preferred you Angover, but not sick. But hope you get better soon. But I see Law and I see Skepa cited. Did something happen? Did Law in Berlin or something?
yes, I know. I don't know who the pilot was, but I know we had a GY Law final for Berlin earlier today.
Hell yeah. Love the deck.
It's
I
very nice
don't know if
to
it's
have
playable,
a fun
but
deck as a last OP11 victory.
yeah. I I do feel like Green Law, if he finds the right matchups, especially in this meta, absolute menace. Um, very good baggy, very good, very good into OP, okay into GP. There's some nasty stuff out there. I still don't know how people win against Betty if they high roll, but I guess that's why I don't top cut.
Do you think GY Law maybe suffers a little bit from uh the ban list now with one of its good matchups, UP disappearing? Uh,
Yeah,
the new
that
decks
feels like.
aren't too friendly for it.
Mhm. Okay, so this time, Tinnoy electing to go second. I
Which
believe
is
both players
generally
mulliganed.
what GP wants to go.
Sorry, I couldn't quite catch that.
It's generally what GP prefers to go.
Yeah,
Getting a lot more cards and a lot more donned just to get to our Sandy Pudding turns. And we do have stage as well. Always lovely to see in this matchup.
yeah, very good setup. Means you can actually drop one of your core cards, which would be nice. Okay, I guess Jaden drawing two by mistake and showing the card. Fair enough. I should probably make a larger screen so that I can see better what is going on in the game, but one day I'll learn. Also, I do feel like against Vegapunk for most decks, if you can elect to go second, you should, because it takes a lot, unless they have stage, which he might, he does not.
Even going
It
first
is much
is a
slower.
very nasty sort of double 6K start for Vegapunk.
Yep.
There we go.
I cannot.
We've got
Yeah.
what GP should be doing, digging for its core pieces with all of its searches.
That's what it does best, but just not quite deciding yet. Also, quite very excited about the OP13 Vegapunk things that are gonna come out, but I just don't know if it's gonna be playable in that meta. Like it looks nasty with all the new leaders.
The OP13, all the new OP13 cards do look absolutely wild. We did see a little glimpse into Tinnoy's hand there, and we did see that he has got the Sandy Pudding primed.
Yeah, it's always thinking at a body. I think he's always gonna give you a card.
Yeah.
Possibly not two because just don't have hand size for it almost ever, unless you use the event.
I'm wondering if we do have the Fandbagger here, because otherwise an 8K swing into the Rocket Luffy would have been quite nice. The only thing is, we will have to take the first life to get into range of this. We are just going to take it. And now I wonder if Jaden's aware that this would likely be a Bagua.
Nice. Also, particularly enjoy the fact that it's a proxy. It's a OPA1 card.
Yes.
I'll get you 110 next time you're in London.
Odds in
Not a
Norway
6
are hard to come by. We did actually get maximum value there for an 8K being swung into 9K counter.
Oh, that was excellent. Yeah. I legitimately didn't expect a Thunderbagua from a GP, but I don't know. I don't play in Sim, so I'm not aware of
I have to say,
what
I've not
exists.
seen it either.
Strong 6-turn turn. Do we have a double?
Kind of a shame that Tinnoy didn't have the Luffy Taro into the Sanji Pudding desk. Things he got the
Yeah.
ramp all the way into it.
Yeah. Once again, quite interesting that even Zoro Jewel is not coming down. Because with double stage, it could have been saved anyway. Um, but it's already in a situation where it's looking, at least it's more playable from GP side. And if he does find another Electrical Luna, that is just changes the face of the game.
It is a very big blowout card in this matchup.
100%. Also because it just puts you in a spot, especially if, as we saw before with the big board, if you do have a board of your own, in your swing life, there's not much that the life can do to hurt you, except maybe Nami or Luffy, but if you have stage. So it gives you a lot, like it makes you think, do things, it allows you to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to. Okay, electing to, all right.
We are just
Off
getting
the
the
Luffy.
draw off of this, which is interesting. I thought you'd probably want to keep that body around as long as possible, but and could be very dire if he's just needing that one draw now.
It could be. I'm wondering if he's saying, "Hey, you're gonna do your two swings into Pythagoras, and the body it plays."
Again, we are
Yeah, not
digging
great. This
deeper
is
into
just
the
not
deck.
good. He's really okay. He's really going down the deck.
We are discarding two S Hawks in this here, which I guess that GP doesn't run too many slash cards, if any. Only really the Fork Zoro, both of the Fork Zoros being slashed to memory. Uh, Seems like we're just opting to put on a lot of pressure instead.
You know what else it could be? It could be maybe playing Vegapunk, so that you have the space, but still. You
It
still
could be,
discard a card, so it's very expensive here. Like staying with one card in hand is not
especially
fantastic.
to two swings. I'm gonna see what we
Okay.
are just gonna see the one cost of it added to life. Which
Once again, weird because Pythagoras is not alive anymore. Like this is one of those weird spots for Vegapunk where sometimes I feel like I don't want to deal with Pythagoras just because I don't want to find myself in this spot where the clear obvious choice is healing yourself, and yet you don't want to because it takes away so much value.
well, I never hate. I guess without having added this third life, Rush Luffy Lethal actually is very possible to what would have been a two card hand.
Yeah,
But it does allow this board to be taken a lot easier.
yeah. Hmm.
I'm gonna see the Usohachi drop here.
Interesting. Guess you want to just wipe board, but what do we swing with? I guess maybe you don't really want Shaka in trash. Guess we'll see. Just rush Luffy without withstanding.
Yeah, I was thinking the rush. This could be a potential rush Luffy angle here,
I see it.
and not
I
using
see
its
it.
effect, just clear board.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing the Bruchette come down.
Feels like quite a control card, like very expensive at 3 on, but the fact it doesn't lose
It's
your cards in hand, at
and it
least.
does feel it doesn't hit quite the same numbers which Gamma Knife hits,
Mm-hmm.
but being able to replenish cards in GP is very valuable.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it works best for like a slower approach. I don't know.
6 seconds
If you really
saved.
want to kill a
Yeah.
kid, Gamma Knife is infinitely better. But if you don't want to lose your Dawn and one lose card is in hand, I see it. So 7k, yeah, that's
Still not
nice to me.
entirely sure what we're achieving here with this Usohachi.
Yeah, no idea. Maybe it's having a body for next turn and the field doesn't have anything.
Especially because, like, adding 2 Don onto it to take out of a 5k body isn't horrendous.
Heh. Okay, I guess we'll see. This to me, 9 down. This is a spot where, if I'm counting correctly, 5, 8. No, okay, never mind.
Try and take this last life of Tinnoy.
It
While
would have been
also
nasty here.
trying to develop
Yeah.
body a bit.
Hmm.
I'll go just tank up. Knowing that one swing is going to be going into this Edison, and then Tinnoy will have to start swinging at life eventually.
Mm-hmm. This is a spot where I would have loved to have an 8 cost kid into a Vegapunk. This is the cure spot where it also changes the game quite a bit. So you get rid of last life, have big body, protected with the blocker. It was always nasty whenever you have that kind of combo. Yeah, it's always glorious. But we are not running any today. Likelihood of this game going to time now are increasing rapidly. This is
Yes,
not where like Vegapunk switches to like I'm gonna be defensive now, and you're not gonna have
it,
to consider every single swing from now on.
it does feel like it turns into an NL matchup at this point.
It really does. But with 1 life, it's a good spot. It's a good spot to be in.
I do like that Usohachi on this turn to get clear this board here. 'Cause
100%.
now Vegapunk without board just cannot put any pressure on.
Okay,
And
okay.
we are just playing solely off
Absolutely.
the top.
Oh, that is excellent.
We've got
Especially without, yeah, fantastic.
we have got a very nasty life setup here, but we do have no cards in hand. And well, Tinnoy's hand looks pretty raring to go, really. But yeah, we are just going to be swinging 5 and just slowly poking down here. I'm not actually sure if we had the Vegapunk in trash.
I don't remember it coming down, but we'll see.
I don't
I
think I've
feel
seen
like
it
it's gonna.
being discarded. But also, I need to remember when the discard happens in Vegapunk's effect, whether you can do it on 0 cards in hand.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
That is
But
nasty.
also, the opponent has 3 or more characters. Sorry, 3 or more characters, so you wouldn't discard anyway.
We are just seeing these, poking down bare minimum with these little Usohachis, which have come back up.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna rest, I assume. Yeah, we're gonna rest the 2.
Yep. We did see get set earlier. And the annoying thing is,
Yeah.
that Pythagoras is still not live.
Mhm. I wouldn't mind swinging to Pythagoras, then attacking into life, then attacking Shaka. Because I believe we don't have blockers.
Yep, that is true.
While now, if you attack life, that's also very valid. Sure, it's a body, but it's nothing. It's if Vegapunk is not there and Shaka is not there, it's not nearly as much value. Okay,
Just choose
best of decks
without
possible.
swinging. Yep, yeah.
Now
But,
Lilith and Vegapunk,
uh,
got it.
wow, the observation hacky was strong.
That's what you want to see. Best value cards you can find right now.
It's gonna give him at least something to work with to try and get back on it into this game. Go on, can we get 3 for free? What is he gonna add?
I don't know. Maybe on a Shaka or another one cost event. If you see it, it's not pick. But so maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very fair. Did he use? It did not use stage. Could it? Yes, he could have. Doesn't matter really though. Double Nami couldn't happen. Yeah.
We
Oh
are
man,
gonna get this
amazing. Yeah.
Vegapunk in trash now.
Yeah. That is ideal. Damn, I should realize that Nami was a pick. It was right there.
Oh, and then
Wow.
we even
King
get
of top deck.
even
Legend.
deeper. This actually means we got some uh board for potential clapback. Oh, is this a whiff off of, or did he just? No, I think he took a card. I just didn't see what it was.
Yeah. It was a backup. It was another backup, which is also very good. Like fair enough. Like he's been going through the deck quite a bit now. Couldn't find
Yeah.
the other one, so it makes sense. But for next turn, it just played offend. It's excellent.
Good thing is, having that knowledge now, only knows he needs to swing 6Ks that they guarantee the life. Or even swinging the 5K again with Uso Hachi is very annoying for him.
Mhm.
Oh, we're going to see Tinnoy digging for more resources as well, building up a big board to get through the potential defense.
I'm wondering here if you try to clear board again, if you have the ability to do so,
Right.
if you find the event.
If we had another way to clear board here, I think that would be great. The more you play it slow in this matchup, the better for the GP player, especially when you've got a board versus one card in hand.
Hmm.
Are digging deeper. I guess maybe potentially looking for the 6 cost Luffy's to really hammer home the game.
I mean, it is in that
Or,
search hand, but he's thinking about it.
or
Okay.
go for stage. This does protect us from um, another Nami
Another
if,
Nami.
if we do see it.
You can't. Well, I guess you can. You really need to find it in the next card. Um, there's ways, but unlikely that you have a card in hand to use the effect. But maybe he's just looking for giant.
Yeah,
Like
that's
he's in a spot
ways.
where he could maybe whittle down at life, and if he has one or two giants, he can survive next turn.
We do have the Sanji blocker as well, though, to mitigate this potential clapback.
So we did not do that. This is always like the spot where I didn't want to find myself in any of these matchups because I can go on for so long.
Yes, it gets
And you
very.
always feel like either sides can just die anytime.
So it looks like we're just poking down at the hand sides here, not allowing him to get any giant value.
I feel that feels correct. Most
I guess
likely
it
can
depends
survive
what
next
we're
turn.
playing here, playing off of this, because we are on this 8 cost Duffy, which could be coming down as a potential rusher.
You could, but I'm not. It's 8 costs, so we haven't used leader abilities, so it's not gonna come down this turn. Maybe the next.
Definitely see Uso Hachi and a giant in
Hmm.
Noid's hand. We are opting to take this and going down to 0 life, which
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't
feel
hate it.
too bad because we do have the blocker up. We have got the giant in hand. If Jaden does decide to turn this lift sideways, he should be able to clear the board and stabilize quite easily still.
I'm
That's the
expecting
beautiful
that.
thing about playing
Yeah.
against no swinging leaders. But if board is dead, you feel very, very safe.
Hmm.
Seeing this Vegapunk drop just to protect ourselves a bit more.
Yeah. I don't hate sometimes just playing the Vegapunk early, even though there's maybe nasty triggers, just so that if you find Lilith and you find another card, that can change your turn. Like if you find the Nami, you usually want to play it.
But we
In
do
this
know
case,
that
there's no.
both.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. No Shaka and
are-
Lilith. It's a fine target, nothing more.
and we are just getting defensive here.
Fascinating. He can't use stage. That's fair. I don't think it would matter much,
Yeah,
to be fair.
I'm wondering if he's hoping Tinnoy would. Oh, actually, I was thinking he just wants to go for a big all in next turn, but we've got a blocker up, so we can't even really do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hated to just block one of the swings earlier, just to make space, but I guess Nami is space.
If if we clear board here and leave blocker up, I think Tinnoy is still very, very safe. But we are choosing to swing at life.
Wow. KO'd Nami, okay. Okay. Sure.
I do
Guess
like
there's a world
caring.
in which that's relevant, but I don't know.
I do wonder where that 7K went into. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't to life, if that's the route we're going down. And now we've got the Vegapunk set up in trash in case Tinnoy does take that trigger. However, I think he's surely got to start switching to clearing board here.
Uh, yeah, I guess Sanji is always safe. I do not have access to the timer right now. That's on me. That's the skill lift. But I do feel like we're gonna come down to that, meaning that Vegapunk has the edge in that scenario.
Life activating this trigger, and we do see the greatest thing off of this, the
Yeah,
Shaka. I
nasty.
do wonder if we do have the Dead Man's event to punish this, but
Even if so, yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, the block is always happening. Maybe Rush Luffy.
yeah,
Could be no. Okay, yeah,
we are seeing a Luna.
it does feel roughly equivalent. Um,
Yeah, we've achieved getting the life down a bit here, while mitigating what can come at us next turn.
and we do have some down for events in case we need it.
We've got a lot of time for events.
I think also the idea of from Jaden to KO the Nami I think paid off. Nami would have swung this turn, 100%. So it's gonna be like 10-10 heal, 10-11 heal.
At this point, we've not seen the Giants really be used, so we can safely assume that we've got one in hand.
Yeah, it would be rather absurd. Okay.
Guarding a Luna here is.
Yeah, I'm not. I
It
guess we're
could
going for game next
signify
turn.
that we're definitely gonna go for game next turn.
Okay.
We had to Luna and we had to zero cost on top of us as well.
Fascinating. Yeah, discarding Luna means we are going for game. Like there is no.
We must.
Yeah.
We've got to get in. Luckily, this Atlas trigger isn't too worrying for us. And there we go. We see the rush Luffy here.
Mhm.
So it does depend on these blind triggers.
He does. I hope he remembers to use the stage. But I trust in Tinnoy.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's no cards in hand, but I think, yeah, you just don't trigger there, don't you?
No, it depends if we don't we won't trigger the Atlas most likely.
No, I don't think so.
Just to get the counter in hand, plus also potential Nami fodder. But to be honest, I don't think
Yeah, that's right.
Unlikely that we're even going to be able to counter out at any, even if we do see extra counter from these lights.
I do feel like this one you might take because it's Nami and punish. Never mind, because the stage was not used, which I fully understand. Like tips of like, well, it wasn't like not a great choice, but still.
Always no triggers.
Okay. Yeah.
And we do have 3 additional swings left. Double Sanji
Yeah,
pudding.
that is enough.
Yeah.
Well played. We're going to round 3.
Yeah. That was very interesting. The Vegapunk did just run out of steam there, even with all of Jaden's digging.
Yeah, no, that is the thing that it is still in my mind just a aggro deck. So like it has ways to generate value, but not as much. And the existence of giants makes it much harder to disclose this game. Because it is, once again, it prolongs the game for extra turn, and that might be just enough. Rush Luffy is just, it's kind of designed to kill decks like this as well.
It really punishes the low in hand, but surviving with multiple blockers strategy.
Yeah. Once again, it dies to number of swings more than kind of chipping away at resources.
I know when I was
Granted that
trying to
there's
play this
setup.
matchup before, like if you could stick to double of them, it was just hell.
Anyway, good show from both players. I did play this match against Tin once. I think it was in EB. He absolutely slaughtered me. So, well done on Jaden so far.
We will get the dice roll back over to Jaden now, so I'm assuming he'll probably be picking second.
I would be disappointed if he weren't to choose that.
Second on GP does feel so much nicer.
Have you been playing it much?
I haven't really played it much since EB, but
Makes
it's
sense.
certainly a deck I've kind of toyed around with as one of my shortlisted decks for OP12.
Yeah. Where are you? Well, I guess you're in Osaka right now. You're
Funny
testing.
enough, I'm not. I'm definitely keeping an eye on Saka, but for now, I'm sort of more playing around with Kuzan. I do think
Ooh.
Saka's just not quite it.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of hope that's the case. I really don't want Black to be, I think, in the meta. Or Shanks for that matter, but
Yeah, that's what I'm more worried about.
sure. Okay. Very strong start from Vegapunk. That's the card you want to see in the
Atlas
beginning.
just so annoying for the early game. But then we've also got Tinnoy searching straight into, well, not searching, but we're getting the stage down. We are seeing double searcher.
Yeah, setting up nicely.
Triple searcher.
Into another searcher?
Hopefully for him into a Sanji pudding, unless he's got some in hand. So we do actually know quite a bit of Tin's hand already. We've got the Sanji blocker and the Usohachi in there. And the Zoroduro, of course. boys.
Yeah.
GP
Sorry, I had
always
some
got these
technical
combos.
difficulties.
Oh, we do see the Lilith as well, which is very nice start for Vegapunk.
Yeah, best possible start. Huh. That's the other piece.
Yep.
Because if it's not Sanji pudding and leader ability, then he can't save the Zoro Zero. He just know he dies. So it puts in a very rough spot.
We do need to be able to get a leader power out before playing anything. Unfortunately, on the odd curve, we can't play
Okay.
Sanji pudding into a 4 cost.
Yeah. But this really does put a stop on what you can
Luffy
play.
Toro is quite very nice
Excellent.
there.
Absolutely excellent.
Looks like we are just going to play the Zoro anyway.
For Tsunami, I guess Jaden is at 5 cards in hand. It would go to 6. This needs to counter the next. Well, yeah, it doesn't need to counter. And it's not a free Nami, actually. But it just might. Well, I just gonna play another body before. Doesn't really matter.
We're just going to try and force the Nami here.
I'm wondering if there was some other play, but maybe not. And it's still a search.
Yeah,
And
we're
it's not like
still getting a search
Tsunami.
down.
Yeah. And there's a scenario in which.
One of my things that drove me crazy about GP is we're discarding a 2k on the first 5k swing, which seemed to happen an awful lot.
Yeah, countries. It's either 2K or brick, I guess.
Yep. 2k or Gum Gum Giant fodder.
Yeah. That's the stuff. I guess you could also argue that you want Tanami to be used on Zoroju instead of second Sanji pudding. That is a valid thinking.
We really don't hate seeing it down, but we don't actually see it being dropped here. I thought that if we did have the opportunity to play Nami into another 5 drop off of leader power, that would have been a very, very scary board. But we are choosing to just build up hand of Derashi instead.
Which makes Nami worse right now as well. So maybe that's not coming down. Maybe it's just Vegapunk.
We are going to say, I do think Nami in here is just always correct because we are going to be losing Don next turn and the stage will be live. We're going to get hit Luffy Taro into Sanji Pudding. There won't be an opportunity to Sanji then, Nami then.
I don't know. I don't know what Jin is thinking. I don't know why it wouldn't be 5 cost body into Nami and cycle with Nami, because now you could
Especially
just
because then we'd have like so much pressure for the following turn. Ooh, do we not have the Sanji Pudding again?
Okay.
But this does mean we miss out on the Luffy Taro.
Yeah, never mind. We do.
Which we don't also get the draw, which is why playing it off of the Luffy Taro is so nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I get stage. Hopefully we're going to start chipping away at this board.
Yeah, and Atlas? Yeah, Atlas is now I think in range to be KO'd.
We are
Fascinating. Okay.
If we, and there we go. We do have Luna here, which does keep the pressure off for a turn.
Yeah, I don't hate it at all, especially after seeing one cost event. Maybe that's what he has. Maybe it's just.
Maybe he didn't have the second body.
Yeah. Which is strange, but especially in 6 cards. But yeah, absolutely.
I'll go see the
Lilith. He really is searching, so.
I mean, Vegapunk always goes solo on hand, so anything which replaces itself is very needed.
Yeah.
Edison feels like a bit of a desperation pick, though. Yes, right. It's a 2k, but with a full board, we're not going to be using it anytime soon.
100%. But also, it's a deck that struggles with 2Ks, so like having one might come handy.
Sure, what the number of 2Ks we're on in this list is.
Good question.
We're
Wait.
only on 4 2Ks in this list?
Okay, yeah, that's a good spotting. Yeah, there is no Frankie. Just for 2Ks.
I was just looking over the list. I'm like that's like you and Jin, who we all went to Birmingham together. Both of you being Vegapunk players. I was like, I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a little bit. I'm pretty
That's
sure none of these are
fascinating.
secretly 2K.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Also,
That
like, yeah, amazing.
that is wild. Going into a 4 2K meta.
I actually don't hate it at all. There's
I
actually
don't
a
I
very
don't
limited
hate it,
simplicity
but
there.
it's very odd to see.
Yeah, it is insane to see. Because if the opponent knows this information, like it changes completely the way you swing.
Oh,
Like
if I knew
assuming
my
doesn't have a
opponent was
2K is
only
valid.
on 2Ks, 4 2Ks, I'm swinging +1 over everything all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there we go. We do see the Luffy Tower into Sanji Pudding, which is going to restore the board state quite a lot.
Yeah. It would be nice to see a second stage for Tinnoy now.
Yes, just to protect from potential second army.
Or I guess another Electrical Luna, in which case, well, you're really, really, really chilling.
I'm gonna.
Good old cycle. I'm not sure about this one. In terms of now, if of all the things you want, maybe you kill everything, but Nami in trash is dangerous. With one quest event, it's often the red cards to summon.
There we go. We do see that 1 2K being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think oddly not. I don't think they were the right targets. But it shouldn't matter too much. It's just two targets that
Would you
unless I'm
would you
certain they weren't in
recommend?
trash.
Yep,
I
I
mean,
guess
just
so.
like Lilith can also be dangerous in case you have Pythagoras on board. Because it's the prime target for Pythagoras. But yeah, no,
Well,
it's just like the
obviously,
three
getting
valid
rid of
targets.
Shaka always feels
Yeah,
nice, but not sure about Banami.
yeah, maybe. I mean, with the stage Vegapunk, I guess killing Shaka is also can also be nice. I could see that.
This game does feel like we've seen GP hit a lot more of its targets.
Not everything. Did not
Not
blink here,
everything, but
but still,
we've
we
got
got
there
there.
eventually, and now it's going to be a case of can Vegapunk find a window to try and take these last lives without losing all of its board.
And I believe also both Sanji puddings are. Okay.
We are seeing the classic 2Ks being dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
can see the zero cross. We've got 3 cards left in hand from tonight.
Ooh. Okay.
I have to say, if that 8K swing,
Okay.
if we had the Gum Gum Giant with that for the 8K swing, it would have been quite tempted to use it just for the cycle.
Yeah, would 100% agree. Also, okay, very tricky spot because the defense is on Vegapunk.
Yeah, we've got
Even
that
without Vega and Trash, which I
one
believe
cost
we still
event with a Shaka set up in trash already into a second Shaka in life. So we are going to you take 2 life, that's another 2 blockers. But we do have limited board space on the Vegapunk side. I guess there's a shout out of whether you want to try to abuse the life situation here or whether you want to just clear board. My gut instinct would be to clear the board here and just limit the number of swings coming back at you.
Yeah, it seems like try to control the board seems like the sensible thing to do.
That
But
does
then
seem to be a way to get rid of Vegapunk, especially where they don't have any pressure from leader power.
I'm quite curious to see if you're gonna see the Flamingo Rush.
I'm very much
It's
hoping
not
it
live
comes out.
then. Because yeah, but not next turn, right? Because I think it requires 2 lives.
I think, yeah, you have to be on 2 or less life. I think the
Yeah,
only problem with
it's in-
the Doflamingo as well is it's very expensive for an 8k rusher. 8k 8
yes.
cost, especially against a 6k leader, which runs Gum Gum Giant. You're not going to be able to threaten. If they leave it done up for Giant, you're not going to be able to threaten a lethal number off of that swing. You could maybe
Yeah,
poke down with your board first and then play the Doflamingo as like a 8k after hitting like 2 other like 6k pokes. But even then, that feels a bit unlikely.
it does look like a value card more than a aggressive card because you get your 8k in, fun, almost always as rush. But then if they kill it, you get a life.
It
Otherwise, you could
certainly
just play
feels like
rush ace, right?
it's very nice on like maybe a 9 turn where you can lead a power plus play the Doffy.
Like in this spot, if you were to be at 2 lives, it would be enough value, I think, to make sense. Um, but still, like it's still like a defensive tool. They have to get rid of it, but it still give you a life, and that life might trigger.
This is
Well, most likely will trigger.
this is a beautiful board from Tinnoy now. We have got generating infinite Don to turn with these Sanji puddings now.
Yeah.
Uh, just because I've seen it in chat, just a shout out. We are trying to get as many subscribers on our YouTube channel, and there will be a giveaway once we hit 1k subscribers on YouTube. So please, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Also, this season there's updated thumbnails, and a lot of the meta has been refreshed. And I think the people at the top they've done a really great job. I'm very excited. Anytime it appears on my timeline, I'm just very excited to see the new game. And as today's demonstrates, there's a lot of there can be quite a lot of like high level, interesting, weird games like this one. So it's a very great source of insights, I think.
I do believe we've got 2 more interesting best of 3 matchups coming up. Just a quick spoiler: we're going to be seeing Josh Boussis on Teach and Quasar on UP Sanji up next.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Oh, swinging big with this Shaka.
Meaning
Is this to
kill.
try and take the last life?
Yeah.
But we are just going to, of course, get the slam down the giant. We do get rid of the 6-cost Luffy though, which
It is. That's not
always
the
a bit
card though,
sad.
right?
But I know we are on multiple copies of it. We are on 3 copies of it. Not 2.
Wait, wasn't it? Did this card another 1k or was it just giant? Because it was a 10k swing. Maybe Luffy Taro.
Sure, he discarded for the 1k. But we definitely needed an extra 1k there. Whether he did it before the giant, not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
We are now going to be poking. We are.
The mad thing is, you still would have needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swings total this turn to get to the end of it. Given that it just summon a blocker, like
so many
without
blockers
resting
now.
ability, yeah.
Especially if
just
we're
don't
going to
kill it
take
this turn.
this extra Shaka. Oh, we are seeing the Shaka block something here.
I agree. Like Otherwise, you're sensitive to the resting event.
Yeah, that is true.
You don't want to leave 2 up.
Especially
This
because
deck, yeah.
we've seen so many searches for him Tinnoy, and we haven't actually seen it being added. Do we just switch into board now and try and set up for lethal for next turn?
That is a very good question. Because how to survive next turn is a very big question right now.
With 2 swings, if we've got a giant, seems very manageable.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But 3 swings,
no, absolutely.
push it
I
over the
didn't
edge.
see the life. That's on me. I did the math absolutely wrong. But yeah, if you have giant, you're chilling. Yeah, I don't hate Rush Luffy here at all.
We're gonna try and push through his blind lives is the question. Because we've seen a lot of the Shackers already down, so it's not likely to be a Shacker in the 4th Shacker in there. However, it is potentially 1 cost event. We potentially have. I think that's the main scary one, is having more 1 cost events right now. Because the you'd know the Vegapunk doesn't actually have the trigger to play itself. It's just a draw 1, I believe.
It does. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I think there's a world in which you trash it from hand. Well, I guess you just cycle it. Never mind.
We are going
I
for
think
it.
he's pondering. Yeah. He's like, damn.
Do we
trying
see it?
Wow.
Oh, it was stages.
Stages. Unfortunate. Okay.
And we did have that 1 cost event, so Jaden was right in playing around that.
That's nice. Was it 5? Yeah, literally, yeah, 8 swings.
Wow.
It was 8 swings this turn. Nice.
Let's go
Well
to
done.
show you how about Rush Luffy being able to just completely give you those so many extra swings. That after a very scary first game, we did see 2 very nice games after that.
Yeah.
Very well played from both of these players. That was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was great. Well done on Tinnoy for taking this 2-1. Excellent showing. And I believe what's the next game, Jake, again?
Next game we have Quozel versus Josh. So do stick around.
Fantastic. Can't wait.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in a little bit.